everyone, thanks for joining me here on JKD Handmade. So for today's tutorial, I'm showing you how to make these cute little flower puffs. For the project, you will need yarn. I'm using leftover yarn, and this is 100% acrylic, double knit, light worsted, a category 3 yarn. You'll need a 4mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, and to weave in all those ends you'll need a yarn or a wool needle. So there are two ways to begin this project. I will show you both of them. The first is with a little chain. So you form a slip knot, insert your hook into that slip knot, then it's chain 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Into the first chain, slip stitch to join. So go into that first chain and slip stitch. Now we'll be working all our stitches into the center of this little ring. So for round 1, we'll chain 1. Chain 1 does not count as a stitch. And into that ring, we will work 12 half double crochets. So to work a half double crochet, it's yarn over, insert your hook into the center of that ring, pull up a loop with 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and go through all 3 loops on the hook. So there you have a half double crochet, and you continue on working half double crochets into this ring. You'll work 12 of them. So once you have 12 stitches into the first stitch that we had worked, you can slip stitch by going into that stitch, pulling up a loop, taking that same loop and pulling it through the loop on your hook. So you've slip stitched to join that ring, and then you can pull tight on the tail end to close up on that little hole. So here you have round 1 all worked. Now for the second way. So if you don't prefer that method, you can use this, which is the magic ring. So here you will take your yarn end using your 3 fingers and form an X over your fingers, noting where the long end of the yarn is. So you'll go into that X, you will pick up on that long end of yarn and twist it around, and then it's just pick up on that same tail end and pull through. So you've chained 1, and here you have a magic ring. So into this ring you will work 12 half double crochets. And 12. Then you'll pull on that tail end to close up on this ring. Then you'll slip stitch into the first stitch. Now that we have round 1 done, we'll work our first petal. So it's chain 2. Into that same stitch from where the chain 2 comes out of, we'll work a puff stitch. So it's yarn over, insert your hook into that stitch, pull up a loop and elongate the loop. And you'll do that 6 times in total. So that was the first time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then it's yarn over and go through all the loops on the hook, chain 1 to secure. Then it's chain a further 2, and into that next stitch, slip stitch. Into the next stitch, slip stitch. Then now we're forming our next petal. So it's chain 2 into that same stitch from where the chain 2 comes out of, work a puff stitch. Chain 1 to secure that puff stitch, and then it's chain 2, 1, 2 into the next stitch, slip stitch into the next stitch. Then we can go on working our next petal. In total you will have 6 petals, so I need to work a further 4 petals. To end, I've chained 2 and I will slip stitch in between these 2 petals, the first and the last petal. Then I'll fasten off, cut off that excess. So this is the wrong side. I'll pull my tail end to the wrong side, and I'll pull it tight to close on that tail end. And here you have your puff stitch flower. So these ends here, you need to weave them into your stitches on the wrong side. And there you have it. So if you enjoy my tutorials and would love to see more, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.